Oh, cool. Someone's surfing. Hello. Yeah, honestly, I've been doing a lot of the whole jumping into the water thing, so I thought I'd change it up a bit. I mean, let's be honest. You see me jump in the water up here once. You've seen me do it like what, 100 times. And don't get me wrong, I really do love doing that. But honestly, I was feeling a bit lazy today, so I decided that I'll just keep it simple. Just get cleaned up right way. Just do my usual thing of walking along the dock like I always do. And yeah. So happy Friday, everyone. Let's see. What was my low, my high, my act of kindness? Well, my low is the fact that yesterday I was able to do some stuff that I hadn't done in so many years, and I finally got a chance to do it, and I'm like, oh, why did I wait so long to do it? So the low stems from regret, is what I'm saying. My high is, it was a very nice day yesterday. I did a lot of wonderful stuff. Went to several different places for a great bite to eat on Cuca Lake. I'll be talking about them in a minute. Lizzo was on Hot Ones yesterday. Of course, I'm going to be talking about that. And my act of kindness was I watered the flowers yesterday, and I did some vacuuming. So yes, it was a pretty good day overall. It actually rained a couple of times yesterday. I mean, I'm actually kind of thinking, hey, maybe I don't need to water the flowers today. Because it rained. I mean, I've been doing a good job watering the flowers lately. Like one day, it'll be fine. I mean, there have been hotter weeks than like the one we've had this week, and the flowers didn't die, and we're not up here all week, so there you go. Good morning and I said happy Friday, everyone, already. Okay, so let's talk about Lizzo on Hot Ones, because holy cow, did I learn a lot. I mean, let's be real here. Thanks to, modern society and the media, rappers are always portrayed as like people who aren't necessarily educated, or they just got famous for whatever reason that wasn't the right way. But no, Lizzo did it right. She did it completely right. She, she got her education. She was finishing like her first album back when like she was in college. And seriously, I learned so much about like music and everything and how it works just from yesterday's episode. It's like unbelievable. Cause like Lizzo is from Houston, and believe it or not, one thing they talked about was a lot of like really famous musicians or like really good like rappers. They're actually from Minnesota, of all places. Really? Minnesota? Well, I mean, don't get me wrong, Minnesota is a wonderful place. It's it's rich history. It's Minnesota. It's a great state to go to, in the Midwest. I personally have never been, but I've heard lots of good things about it. And if I had an opportunity to go, of course I would go. Oh my gosh, is that where the Minnesota Vikings thing comes from? Because here's the thing. Like, yeah, the Minnesota Vikings is a football team, but what if Minnesota Vikings was like on a metaphorical sense? And the Vikings were like the metaphor for like all the great musicians and artists that are from Minnesota? Oh, that'd be really cool. Although, let's be real here, I'm probably reading far too much into that than what I should rather do. I'm better off just leaving that part of the song for what it is. Let's see, what else do they talk about? Sorry, I'm drawing a blank. Well, for starters, she actually did a really good job with the wings. Like, she handled herself pretty well. I mean, the bomb kind of got to her a little bit, but the bomb gets practically everybody, so not really much of a shame in that. And she totally nailed everything else. Let's see. Oh, sorry, but I have an itch in my eye. And literally one of the most profound things I heard from yesterday's episode was Sean had asked her, like about her journey, like her process, and how how she gets things done or whatever, and like how she did get things to where she is now and everything. And one thing Lizzo talked about, and I thought this was really interesting, and the more I think about it, I'm like, holy cow, this is true. But any given music in any given decade had a certain sound to it. And for the most part, that sound is what defined that particular decade. And Lizzo eventually thought, wait, why don't I change it up? Why don't I sort of like try and like create something unique, something awesome? And she did. And keep in mind, this is Lizzo. This is the same artist whose one of her most famous songs is Feeling Hot as Hell, which she did reference in the episode, by the way. I thought that was really funny. There's some skiers behind us. Go, skiers, go! Woo! All right. I thought she was done. It literally looked like she just let go just because, and then, there she did. Okay. There she goes. Yeah, sometimes the skiers like, enough. Just like, they'll just drop the rope and be like, we're done. Which is basically that was the basically what you saw there was the equivalent of a graceful landing for a skier. Because there are some times where, like, when a skier falls, the boat's going, X number of miles an hour. That's obviously fast. And then, they fall and then, like, they slam on their face. And, I mean, the wipeouts are kind of cool looking, but it's about as far from graceful as you would think. Anyway, where was I? Right, I'm talking about hot ones. So all in all, this was a great episode of Hot Ones. I, like, Lizzo, on the very slim chance you're watching this, I salute you. You were outstanding when it came to this episode. Like, I learned a lot. Like, a lot. I mean, here's the thing. I do love music myself. And, I may not really act like it, but I really do consider myself a singer. For those of you wondering at home, my range is in the tenor range, but I can sing a bit of baritone. And if I really, really, really wanted to stretch it, I could pull off, I can definitely pull off alto, but I'd rather not do that. I'll just stick with the tenor range. Thank you very much. And this is actually one of the reasons why I never really wanted to major in music myself. Because, why do I really want... isn't music just a thing you just do and, it's in here and you just gotta, let it out and do your thing? But no, you gotta do, music theory and history and all that stuff that people tend to overanalyze. I don't want to do that. So, the fact that Lizzo got to where she is because of doing what I just said I wouldn't do, that's mad props. That's mad props all day long. And, again, I salute you. Okay, now that that's out of the way, let's get into the other stuff I did throughout the day, which I went on a bit of a culinary adventure, visiting old places up on Keuka Lake that I hadn't been to in so very long. So, first things first, I went to the Bully Hill Vineyards for lunch. And the Bully Hill Vineyards, they do things differently. They give you your menu, but then you have to walk up to the counter, tell them what you order, you sit back, and, they get it out to you. And foremost, the service was friendly, accommodating, and holy cow was it fast. I didn't have to wait long for my food at all. It was incredible. In case you're wondering what I ordered, okay. First I ordered their soup, which, this is a bit of a mouthful. Caribbean jerk spiced pumpkin and sweet potato soup. I know, that's a bit of a mouthful, no pun intended, but it was so good. It had the warm sort of autumnal notes you would get from stuff like pumpkin and sweet potatoes. And it was like really, really good. But then I look on their menu for what I want for like my actual entree. And okay, you guys know me. I love me a good BLT. So how do you make a BLT better? By adding a piece of fried chicken, having the tomato be a fried green tomato, cook the bacon to crispy perfection, give fresh lettuce, and top it with their fry sauce. That may not only is that probably the best BLT I've ever had, or might be the best BLT I've ever had, it might be the best chicken sandwich I've ever had. Straight up. It was that good. Then after a while, I went to get myself some dinner. I actually, for the first time since 2012, I went to a Union Block Italian Bistro. Now, I told the story before, but for those of you who don't know, Union Block Italian Bistro used to be a place in Hammondsport. It's now in Penn Yan. And the last time we were there, the service and the people working there, they were friendly, but the dining area was like really small. They were short-staffed, and we waited well over an hour for our food. So our time there was less than stellar. Now, people have been saying for years how great Union Block was and how much better it's gotten since then. So I told myself, if given the opportunity, I would give it a second chance. And needless to say, the opportunity presented itself last night. I went for it, and I've never been more happy to give anything a second chance in my life, because every problem that there was last time I was there in 2012 was not even remotely there last night. Really the only problem I had with it is it was a bit of a hard find. It was hard to find. But as soon as I found it, I pretty much got the hang of everything right away. And okay, so remember in Hammondsport I mentioned how the dining area was small? Because I think the width of the building is from both ends of my dock. Not going long, well, actually, it might be going a long way. But in terms of width, the width of my dock. So not what you would consider very spacious. In Penn Yan, they're in a really neat looking basement, and the dining area is much more spacious. I mean, the staff was obviously friendly last time I was there, but they were just as friendly, if not more so, in Penn Yan. So already that's a huge step up. And I thought the staff was nice before. And in terms of how long I had to wait for my food, I don't think I waited 10 minutes to get my entree after I ordered it. It was like that. Which was actually really good because, in the meantime, okay, they give you, it's probably, the best garlic bread. It's complimentary garlic bread. But it was, the best garlic bread I think I've ever eaten in my life. It was, covered in, herbs and garlic and Parmesan. And it was, in oil. And they actually gave us, they gave me, roasted garlic to put on it. Now, okay, you guys know me. I love garlic. Seriously, the best thing I've eaten in my entire life is the shrimp scampi from Libs, and that is more garlic per square inch than anything. So this garlic bread was speaking my language through and through. And then my dinner came out, and here's the thing. The menu is kind of weird because, I ordered chicken, but, they present, several different styles that they give you the chicken. And there's an option called shrimp scampi. I'm like, wait. And I asked my waitress, wait, I'm confused. This is chicken, but shrimp scampi? What? And it turns out that the chicken is cooked, but then it's covered in their shrimp scampi sauce, and it actually comes with a couple shrimps. So basically, it's how they do chicken scampi, if you really want to be technical. Whatever you call it, it's easily one of the best chicken dishes I've ever eaten in my life. It was incredible. The pasta, it was served over linguine, was cooked to a perfect al dente. The sauce was smooth and, very flavorful. the shrimp were cooked perfectly because it came with like 5 little shrimps. And the chicken was tender and juicy. Oh, it was everything. It was like, this is what you want a chicken dish to be. Like it checked like all the boxes for me. And this is definitely a lesson in, if you ever had like don't let one bad experience keep you from trying something again. You really shouldn't. Just go for, like, if you really are open for it, or if you hear something different about it, give it another chance. I mean, I'm sure that night back in 2012, all those years ago, might have just been like a one-time thing. I don't know. But regardless of what it is, what happened then doesn't reflect what happened last night. And last night what I had was a fantastic meal, straight up. And they offered me dessert. I'm like, no, I'm good. So I paid for my meal, and then I went to Seneca Farms for ice cream. And I got their award-winning corn fritter sundae. It was vanilla ice cream topped with maple walnut pieces, whipped cream, and a cherry. And it was all served on top of corn fritters. I don't think anyone ever thought of having anything corn related with ice cream, yet here we are. That's easily one of the best sundaes I think I've ever had. It's probably one of the best sundaes I've ever had. Like, thank you to the good folks at Bully Hill and Union Block Italian Bistro and Seneca Farms. You guys all killed it. Of course I'm going to recommend all 3 places to, I've been doing that for years, but I really want to emphasize it now. Like, I'll like tell everyone about these places. It was awesome. Or you know what, if you're up at just come to Keuka Lake for views like this. Like, come for the views, stay for the really good food at places, like Union Block or Bully Hill or Village Tavern or the Swits or Antique Inn, like those places, right? And as of right now, I've done 7 out of 13 of the 13 best places on Keuka Lake. I still have 6 more to go. I'm going to try and get them before the end of the summer. I hope I succeed, but only time will tell. I hope y'all liked this video. If you did, leave a like, and please subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. As always, I am very humbled to make this video. For all of you guys who watch and enjoy for today, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful Friday. And remember, if everything you guys want to talk or chat, I'm always going to be here to lend an ear. I'll always have your back. Take care and make good choices. 607 all day, baby.